This is Enphase, ENPH, and it was a short, punching bag for a long time, and for good reason. Solar panels were about as popular as typhoid for a while, and the inventories picked up, and it looks to me like that's over. And if you want to talk about solar, you're getting a tailwind. $100 oil is a pretty good one, and is backed up by the chart, especially today. Is taken out this 52.83 here back in February. The volume is absolutely fantastic, as you see right here. It's a breakout until it fails, and it doesn't feel like it wants to. Here's the long-term chart, and here's what I'm talking about. This is the weekly, and I think the peak might have a 2 or a 3 in front of it. I can't get it on my charts right now because the damn price was so high that it won't register. Oh, hold on, here we go. Yeah, I mean it peaked out around $2, and here we are at 56.75. This is solar panels. If I didn't say that, ENPH. It's just a clear turnaround in the chart to me. It is breaking to the upside the Dow trend line that existed since for 2 years, and I don't know. I'm intrigued. I haven't found any yet, but I'm gonna go look for ETFs where this is a big percentage. But solar looks like it's back, and first solar looks pretty good. This is Enphase ENPH. Full disclosure, I can't own individual names, so that's why I'm looking for the ETF where I might be able to get some exposure that's meaningful. So stay tuned. But I think that solar's catching a bid, Enphase is catching a bid, and it looks like it wants to continue. And no one cares. Okay, back to you in the booth, Keith. The my next one, where maybe people care. I'm kind of encouraged the fact that got crickets because that means it's probably going to work. Uber is below the 200-day, which is a nightclub at 2 in the morning where nothing good happens. But I'm encouraged by these big volume days that are occurring, and I think it might be acting, more like the app that the self-driving cars are summoned by, and less than a DoorDash correlation play. And obviously, DoorDash is very expensive in terms of what they charge you to bring your Big Macs to you. And given the surge in gasoline prices, it's understandable that that business gets hurt. It's roughly a third. Don't quote me on that, but that's about what I recall. The contribution to Uber Technologies business is their Uber Eats, and it looks like that's all getting digested. Pun very much intended. And I think that this is a base here that looks like it wants to stay here. If it takes out this 84 level here, intermediate highs, and the 200-day moving average, it's encouraging to me. So apparently they keep beating numbers. The longer term chart looks a little more constructive. So let's see what happens over the next 2 earnings reports. But Uber, I think, is basing here and looking for a turnaround.
All right.
And last but not least, and this is just me being honest with myself and with you. Someone asked me the other day to record a video for, what would I invest in for 10 years? And there's virtually nothing. And uranium is about the only thing I have on my list that I think has a 10-year positive uptrend. But this is the Themes Uranium and Nuclear Group, which acts more like a utility stock with the whole yield curve going up, interest rates going up, and less of a long-term solution to all the electricity we need for data centers and other. So I sold my second third of URAN. It's a 5% profit, so it's not catastrophic by any stretch of the imagination. But when I think I'm right, but the market tells me I'm wrong, I go with the market, at least partially. So I'm 2/3 out of URAN. I've made some money. I'm holding on to another uranium ETF, the junior miners, and stay tuned for that. Spot uranium is around 84, 85, 86, depending on the day. I think the resolution goes to the upside. but we'll see. I think the demand for uranium is going to be monstrous just from China and India alone. You don't need to have anything new happening in the U.S. So, but I'm honest with myself and with our members. Right now, I'm quote unquote wrong on my second third of uranium. I took my 5% profit and I'm going off into the distance. I'm now 40% cash. I'm looking, to be an overweight point guard coming down the line and dishing to either the bull side or the bear side. Back to you, Ben.
Little alley oop dunk for Robert Marson from the wing.
Yeah, exactly.
Flying Marson. Did you guys see any of the S1 from SpaceX yesterday?
I did not.
I haven't read it because I'm having everybody read it to me. So I'm being a little bit lazy. And it's funny. It's if you dislike Trump and Musk, you're finding every negative money losing thing you can about it.
Hi, I'm David Maris. If you like what you just heard, we've tracked every single pick we make on the show, every ticker, every thesis, every entry price, over 1,100 picks and counting. We put it together in a free report with our top 10 performers, the reasoning behind each one, and a preview of our full dashboard. If you want access, the link is in the description.